I'm out here doing an overnighter, and mosquitoes are out kind of bad. Sprayed down with bug spray good, but sometimes that don't always help. But I'm doing overnighter, wanting to test some new, not new kit, but just test a few things. Got my hammock with me. Got a chest rig I'm just playing with a little bit. And also brought out my hammock. Test that out a little bit. But I got dropped in by boat at the river cabin that I spent the night at before. And I'm either gonna stay there or I'll pick a spot out here, but got dropped in there, and I'm gonna hike around, ruck around. Just haven't been out here since it got this thick out here, at least to this section anyway. And just kind of test some stuff out today that I'll show on camera. I'm heading back to cabin. Was able to get started on a raised platform for a shelter, for a raised shelter, and I'll be going back to it. I got it about halfway done. I hear a few boats coming, but got it about halfway done. I could have finished it today, but I wanted to get back in enough time back to the cabin in enough time to gather a little bit of firewood and gather up a few worms or whatever, and try and maybe catch a little bit of bait or catch a little bit of fish. Even if I just catch one or two little small ones, I'd put them on a spit over the fire. Would be pretty damn good tonight. So I hope that's a boat. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to the cabin, and that'll be the next place you see me. Okay, so got my stick. Well, anyway, some line tied to the end, and then everyone wants to get tangled up on everything. Anyway, lovely, right? Hook, sinker, cork. Now, what am I going to use as bait? I'm going to attempt to use a couple pieces of trail mix. Now, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but be pretty cool if it did. So I figured I'll give it a try. And there we go. If I was a fish, I'd eat that. See what happens. So the fishing didn't quite pan out, which I didn't think it would. I had a couple boats come by and yada yada yada. Anyway, so I ended up eating my Mountain House meal. Got my hammock strung up on the porch, and got my sleeping mat laying in it. Kind of help battle some of this breeze that's gonna be coming through here later on. Gathered up a little bit of firewood, and don't plan on having a fire going too long. It's about 10 till 7 now, and you know, probably another good 45 minutes to an hour before it gets really dark. I have no clue if it's gonna be a full moon tonight or not, though. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, today's been a pretty good day. I mean, I got started on that platform that's gonna come along. Got to test out that chest rig that I'm working with a little bit. I like having the chest rig because it's so lightweight. But the problem I've always had with chest rigs is most of the time it's hard to carry water. And I like having water on my chest rig or belt kit. I just, as hot as it gets down here and as muggy as it gets, dehydration is such a real threat that I want that water on my kit. Having that canteen on there today, it was just great. I mean, it rode good. I was kind of worried that it would be too much weight on it, but it actually rode really nicely. Let's see. Oh, after coming in on boat, that's the first time I've been on this river by boat in quite a few years. And ever since the floods came through here quite a few years back, I hadn't been up on the river by boat. And you know, things change when you have major flooding, and they definitely did. I've got my own one-man boat, and I think that after coming in by boat now, I've always been slack about, what is that? Well, that was either a snake or a turtle popping its head up, swimming upriver. Probably a snake, though. It was heading this direction. Anyway, but I think that's kind of motivated me to get my boat up and going and get a motor for it. It's a little one-man boat. Get the motor on it up and going, or get a motor and get it up and going, and do a few other things to it. I think I'm definitely going to be doing that here soon, as time and money allows. Yeah, I mean, other than that, everything's worked out pretty well today. It's so handy. I'm telling you, it's so handy having that hydration bladder on. You know, I mean, I always knew it was handy, but it's just so handy. You just sip and drink, sip and drink, sip and drink. I mean, That's another lesson, another thing I'm really liking. It's beautiful out here though. I mean, I'm gonna sit here and kind of let myself dry, some of this sweat dry off of me, and get this fire going here in a little bit once it starts getting dark, and it's pretty much gonna be it. I don't know how much I'll film once it gets dark. So next time you see me, it'll probably be in the morning.